couldn't do anything without him and the Houstons and the support of the town and the supervisors and everybody. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of y'all. It's kind of like a little, I had a man walk in the other night from McGee. His kid had been playing at McGee because they just left Raleigh several years back, and he was just like, I can't get over this place, how much it's changed. Got a long way to go still, but we getting there slowly but surely. So I just want to thank y'all. I have one question about the tennis court damage, and this may have already been. Okay, perfect. So he'll take care of that. I just don't want the kid over there playing. They get over there playing, and that's another reason for no driving. I don't want vehicles because they can run freely down there, and everybody looks out for everybody. And we were approved for the amount last in October, so I have not received any money on that. Do we know when we might could get a check for at least
just
part of
started
it?
getting money in, so give me another week.
Okay.
Give me another week.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all have any questions for me or Mr.
We're
Houston?
not doing it all now. We're just gonna give you a portion right now. Then we
Okay.
can go.
As the money comes. Okay.
Y'all feel on it.
Do appreciate the town
All right.
and y'all's support.
Yes, thank y'all so much. I'm headed back down there now.
We're gonna get you. Okay. Anybody else is on the job? Linda, Ms. Edwina got hers in there. It should be in the minutes. On that, adjustment sheet, right?
What was it?
Keith, do you have that got that on the adjustment sheet?
I got it, Miss Edwina.
Well, I haven't done it yet. Is that the one you just handed me?
No, she was gonna, I guess, let them approve it.
Yeah, but anyway, we got her on the adjustment sheet, that's Ms. Coleman, it came in early, so we got you taken care of,
Okay.
yeah, you taken care
Jessica had hers, she had
of. She was just.
It's on there.
It's on there too, both of them on there, you and Jessica, we got you taken care of.
All right then, thank you.
You welcome. Yeah, that was from the storm damage, so we got them taken care of. Okay. Anybody else on the agenda that's not on the agenda that would like to speak?
I think, I'd like to speak on my son, if that's okay.
Sir.
My son was, killed a while back, 5 months back. And, the more I was gonna address it just like I did the supervisor meeting. The deeper I dig in Smith County's problems, of course Raleigh is part of Smith County, so why I'm pressing y'all. It's bad, it gets worse, and nobody knows this better than Wayne. He works with the sheriff hand in hand. And the sheriff, I started out giving the sheriff every benefit of the doubt, giving this man every benefit of the doubt. But, it's sad to say that anybody's got kids here, and I know a lot of us do. It ain't the community that we grew up in, and it won't be until Smith County, Wayne, and a lot of them get their act together. My son was killed needlessly. Wayne knows this. People of Goodsonville knows it. I ain't done nothing but 5 months of looking and searching for what happened to my son. And it's sad to say, it's sad. It's going all the way back to, my son was laying there in the corner and picked him up. Carried him straight to the coroner's family in Scott County. Family funeral home. Like, no more, just a little bit better than what you do a dog got run on the side of the road. Carried him for a profit. There wasn't no need to see what was wrong with my son. What they say goes, the coroner ain't gotta have nothing but a GED. He does a few little classes afterward, but he ain't gotta have nothing but a GED. And what he say goes, I couldn't have no autopsy for my son. So, we had him carried to Otley. And we done the best we could. We called Smith County coroner to try to get an autopsy for my son. We just wanted answers. That's all we want. That's all we still want is answers. And Coroner Houston done the same thing. He deferred. Well, Henry Glaze, another Smith County, went all over Hopeville telling everybody how innocent the girl was. I confronted him at the cafe. I said, Henry, you're supposed to be neutral. You're supposed to let the evidence lead you to where you're going. I don't understand, Henry. Why are you going around telling everybody? Well, that's what the medical examiner said. I said, he never seen the medical examiner. Never. The last person my son got to see, well, he didn't get to see nobody, he was dead when they got there, was an EMT. And then they straight to Wolf Funeral Home, not even to the morgue at the hospital to be evaluated. His life didn't matter to them. That's what I get. I'm a parent, and I think anybody in here that had a child, they would be upset. So imagine how upset I get when I run into nothing but Smith County roadblocks. I know you work for Smith County and you work here too, but every time I take a step, I tell them about it, I get knocked 2 steps back. Everything I carry straight to the sheriff, straight to the sheriff. When I couldn't get the investigators to do follow up, I said, look, your investigators are making you look like fools. I said, is this something you'd be interested in? And I told him the person I had. The sheriff said, of course. And then it took another 10 days for him to follow up. I don't know, like I tell everybody, I'm a cop, right? I ain't no investigator. I'm no cop. My son got killed. I was thrown into this. I would rather be anywhere. I'd rather be anywhere right now here. I ain't no public speaker. But I owe it to my son. My son would have been 30 December. Of course, he was a grown man. I'll tell you what, the longer you got them, the more it hurts when they're gone from you. When they get took from you, it ain't nice. And in the near future, Smith County's gonna have to change. Wayne was one of the first ones to come up and say something to me when I come down to Smith County. He said, I thought Scott and Shannon was getting along good. And I said, evidently not. I didn't know how much you had to do with it until I've done some more researching, Wayne. And you ain't gotta say nothing. I don't expect you to say anything, because you ain't on adjudicate, you ain't on trial. But, a lot of stuff goes on in Goodsonville down there, the sheriff either puts up with, because he does nothing about it. And that's the worst place in Smith County to raise kids. There's a family down there right now. She said, I won't even let my kids go near the road. It's a little old bitty country road. I won't even let my kids go near the road. For the meth heads and stuff like that going up there. And I put quotes, meth heads. Their souls, like I told the supervisor, their souls just as good as anybody in here. If you can't be forgiven by God, if you can't see that everybody can be forgiven for what they do, that person needs to talk to God themselves. That's the way I look at it. I call myself a Christian. I'm a practicing Christian. I try to get better and better. But I can't even tell you what this has done to our family. Hey, can you imagine having a kid for almost 30 years? Being a part, not being a part-time daddy. And I went to work, come home, but I was involved, fully involved in both of my kids, and raised a few that wasn't my own. I mean, it is so hard. And that woman right there, you don't know how bad it's hurt her. To carry that young'un and then to have to look at him dead. And we didn't get to see him like we should have. We should have got to see him and find every broken bone, every scrape on that young'un's body we should know about. But put him in the ground, and country boy don't know no better, don't tell him no better. That's the way I feel. I feel like I was looked at like I'm trash. I got just as much sense as anybody. I ain't bragging on myself, but I do. I got enough sense to figure out what I don't know. I can figure out. I can study. That's because God gave me sense enough not to just let everybody talk over my head. But I'm a trusting person. My son was a very trusting person. He got that from me, and that was one of my problems, especially when I was young. I trust everybody. I let people walk over me, and people do it quick for $1. I can tell you how quick they'll do it. You better watch your kids, especially this day and time. Know who they handling, know who they're going around with, And for God's sakes, keep your eye on them. I kept, my child never crossed the road. We live in Pokeville. They couldn't even go to the mailbox until they was almost teenagers. That's how close we watched our kids. And they knew what, my son wouldn't go out the house while telling them, I love y'all. And I just want to raise awareness and let everybody know that Smith County, the sheriff's department ain't what it's cut out to be. And I hate,
Nobody has been arrested for killing our son.
yeah, I hate for one of y'all's child to go through. Of course, they don't give you 15 reasons why they hadn't been arrested, but the sheriff gave me the best one. He said it would only be a misdemeanor. The woman that they say hit my son had alcohol in her breath, and it'd only be a misdemeanor because she killed somebody. I still haven't figured that one out, but I still haven't figured that one out. But if I ran over somebody, I would go to jail, wouldn't I, Mr. Sheriff? He said, yeah. I still haven't figured that one out. Yeah. And if any of y'all lawyers in here, y'all might fill it out. My lawyer couldn't figure it out either. But that's just what I'm talking about, the double standard. And it's just double standard. Yeah. I ain't playing up to anybody that's got money and anybody who don't. Like I tell everybody, money don't mean nothing. That was my treasure that got killed. And I got a daughter left, and I got grandbabies left. That's what keeps me from going crazy. You know, a lot of people say, man, I couldn't handle that. I'd have to hurt somebody. Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna go, there's a such thing as not enough revenge. It doesn't matter who I go, who I blow up, kill, or do it, you can't get enough of it. And that ain't gonna bring your son back. All it's gonna do is take you back away from the rest of your loved ones. And anybody that's got half a mind, they don't think like that. They thinking out of anger. And I don't think out of anger. I'm a calm, collected person. But I'm telling you, I'm speaking on behalf of my son for one. But I'm speaking because I do not want, I swear for the Lord, I do not want nobody, even Wayne or anybody that is with them, I don't want none of them to go through what I've had to go through and what my wife and the rest of our family had to go through. Burying a youngin', and I'm sure it might be some of y'all in here that's already had to bury a youngin', and y'all know what I'm talking about, if it is. I'll take his place any day. Any day I'll take my youngest place. And, but I just wanted to bring awareness and, because, something's gonna have to change. And if it ain't done through elections, that's the only way I know to do it is through elections or the law. And, like I said, I ain't no public speaker, but, I think if I don't speak, it'll be pushed under the rug, and I won't allow my son to be killed like this, and it not be looked at way more serious than what it is. I just talked to the investigator again today, and all we get's the same. Like, this is an instance right here. This is what I got. I've been working on it for 5 months. Yet, and they've worked on it just that long, but not quite that long. They didn't hand it off to the DA, but still, here you go. Not one affidavit's been served, not only statements have been taken is the 2 girls' statements, other than the people that was in the car. And you get problems. When I go try to get affidavits and stuff like that, it ain't good enough. It's good enough for any court in America, but it ain't good enough for Smith County. I didn't know we was that special. I didn't know we had a special affidavits for Smith County. That's what I'm told. You know, I ain't that stupid. Now, I come full circle and started working with the investigator again after they throw me in jail. Mind you, I've been in jail because of this too, if y'all didn't know. I wasn't gonna bring that up, but I was taking pictures of black folks in the road, never stepped foot out of the road. Cause I know what trespassing is. I know what stalking is. And I don't wanna bring pain on nobody. I don't wanna threaten nobody. I just want the truth. And from day one, that's all I've been after. And the girl that pressed the charges didn't show up for court. So it shows how her case was, I'll put it that way, but anyway, it's frustrating when you try to get something done and you working on it. Huh?
He's the only one that's been arrested, him and my son's best friend.
And you
He's the
did-
only one, him and the best friend's the only one that's been arrested. Them girls are running up and down the road and ain't nothing been done to them, nothing.
When both of them was drunk that night, you know, they weren't given a breathalyzer, they was getting a field sobriety test, and both of them had alcohol and breath. Both of them was in the vehicle when it run over and killed somebody. Now, I've heard of people not having alcohol in their breath, running over and killing somebody and getting put in jail for manslaughter. But either way it goes, I'm putting it this way. I wanna keep full, I ain't trying to waste y'all's time, 'cause I know it takes a lot. And what the point I was getting to is, I know officers, investigators are working, that's their job, they got a family to go home. They don't work on it like I do. I have to work on it a week, pull myself away for a few days, or you go crazy. Cause if they looking at photos of a dead young man laying on a slab, trying to figure out why that bone's sticking out here, or how did he get, how something here and here is just raked like, looks like a Mack truck run over him or something. You trying to sit there and you have no kind of experience in that field at all, but that's your son, and you thinking, you praying, God, tell me something, show me something, God. Cause that's the only thing I'm working with is God on my side, and he's on my side. Trust me, he's on my side. He's already shown me way too much. I am just an old country boy, but I'll tell you, he is on my side. I walked that bridge where everybody claimed it happened. Y'all still ain't convinced it happened there, but everybody says it happened there. A bag come out of my son's car of trash. I told him, you always tie your trash up, put it in your car, and bring it back home. And I was praying that day I was going to see her at school. I said, show me something, Lord. I'm gonna pull over and walk through here. I'd seen the blood stain. I already knew what the blood stain was. 25 feet away. On the southbound lane. There was a bag of trash just sitting there. Been there for a while. I know it was there September the 1st because I got a picture of it in the background before it got busted and everything. Somebody sent me. And I took a picture of it, and then I reached down, the hole inside, pulled my son's check stub out. Now, it might have just been me, but a rush of emotions coming through me, I didn't know where to jump up and down, say, I got evidence, or just hit my knees going, they left this? Because Joel told me, they took extensive pictures of the crime scene and my son's body. Extensive. I mean, more than 12, right? Extensive. But they didn't pick up a bag that clearly come out of my son's car. Everything in it belonged to either Shannon or my son. And I don't know. It's just, and that's just part of that's how thorough the investigation's been. And I'm supposed to think they doing a good job. If Joel told me just go grieve and let us handle this. And if I'd done that, that'd been one of the worst mistakes that I could have done to my son. You know, I believe when a person's killed, if they killed in a violent way or a way that their soul don't rest, I believe that. I don't believe the spirit works too far from our world. And if anybody's ever had a loved one to pass away, they might understand what I'm talking about. But my son ain't at rest. He's not. I can feel it. He lived in a house with me. Shannon lived in a house with me 6 months. They lived upstairs. And I told her last time I spoke to her, I know you, girl. I know you way better now than I did when you lived in my house. And my son told me, Daddy, God wants me to help her. I said, I hope so. So, he just got out of the divorce. And, he said, we can help each other. I said, I hope so, son. I said, don't let her drag you back. Because, I said, you know, that stuff will kill you and take everything from you. And ain't no hypocrite. I had my run in when I was young. I flew with it a little bit. I never amounted to nothing to me, but I seen it kill a lot of my friends. I seen it take. My friends would never have to work another day in their life as long as they kept the steady pace they was going. It took everything from them, everything. We just so used to it now because we've been living in it for 8 years under Biden. And even before then, and the fentanyl all mixed in now, it's done got to where we're gonna bury a lot more kids before it's over with. And I promise you. And if any of y'all have a kid that y'all have to bury after this meeting, call me, I'll sure pray for you. Cause that's the only thing that's kept me going. That's the only thing. That and my family. And I ain't even got started on my daughter. I'm gonna let y'all go. But my daughter just got back from Italy. She married a Navy man. Her and my son was like twins. And you know how close twins are. You always hear how close they are. That's how close they was. And 3 weeks after she got home, he's gone. It don't just stop with my daughter. My aunt, my sister, their aunt, she's going through a nervous breakdown right now. The child was loved because he showed a lot of love. He showed a lot of love. He was a good person, real good person. He's the kind of person that you love to be around. And if you knew it, you would love him. I mean, and it's hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever been through. You know, it hurts me because my family has I see them hurt. And I just want everybody to know that Smith County ain't what Smith County used to be. And we got a lot of work to do. I just want to ask one question from Wayne. And if it's your son Wayne, I know you got a son, you told me you had a son. If it's your son, how would you feel? Would you feel like I'm feeling right now?
Grieving.
No, I ain't got to grieve yet. I ain't got to grieve yet. I wished I could. I'm waiting for that. When I get answers, when this is over with, and I know my son can rest, and I'm gonna start grieving.
So do
I've
you
had-
think it's right that they haven't been arrested?
See, I ain't been involved in that, so I can't.
You down there with them all the time?
But I still, well, I ain't gonna get into it.
we ain't adjudicating anything here. I just know Smith County ain't what it used to be, and the law ain't serving the people like it's supposed to. And I could go and be the dead butcher, but this ain't a courtroom, this ain't a place to adjudicate anything. All I wanna do, mainly is bring awareness to my son, and I swear I don't want nobody, Wayne, not you, not any of these other members here, nobody. Sometimes I'm online and I'll see somebody that's lost a child and I don't even know, they might be on the other side of the world, and I write in the comments, I'm praying for you, cause I know how you feel. Cause it's a hurt like you would never felt in your life. It's unexplainable. All you can do for somebody like that is pray. All you can do is pray for them, because God's the only one that brings the comforter to us. And with that, I just wanted to bring awareness to my son. And with that, thank y'all.
We're praying for you. I don't know you, but I'm praying for you. And I don't have anything, I don't really know nothing about the case or nothing like that. I am the mayor of this town, but I don't know anything about that case. That's the sheriff's department. But we are praying for you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
We are praying for
I'll take all the prayers, and I'll tell you, like I tell everybody else, that everybody that's praying for me, know that I pray I give a prayer back for them every night because I'd probably be in Whitfield if I didn't have prayer. I mean, it's hard. It is. I mean, we love our children. We give a lot for our children, and I've tried to give all to mine.
Yes.
And I don't expect no sympathy from nobody. I told the sheriff I don't want any special treatment, but I just want you to do it like I was your child. Because if I was a sheriff or I was working on a case, that's what I would do. I mean, we all been in a situation. We've been around people like us that you just didn't know what to say. You were afraid to say anything because you didn't know what to say. And it's true. I got one of my best friends lost a child exactly a year before I did, and I didn't know what to say to him.
Make a motion of approving of the minutes.
Make a motion.
Okay.
What did you say? I didn't hear.
Approving the minutes. Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay. Colleen made the motion. Ready to vote? Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay, ayes. 3 ayes, 2 ayes. Okay, approval of the January, claim document.
So moved. Second.
Ready to vote? Thompson.
Aye.
3 ayes, 2 ayes. Payroll document.
Motion. Second.
Vote. Westbrook. Three ayes, 2 ayes. Just another, water report, that's what,
So ladies,
that's the ladies was,
I make a motion.
okay.
Second.
Ready to vote? Westbrook. 3 ayes, 2 ayes. We got the, bank information right there. We got 2 of them. You can just paste it somewhere. Yeah, whichever one, we would trust more now, but if we do community, we have to change over everything, but anyway, that's y'all decision.
We already went Trustmore?
We would trust more now. Yeah. Community is our own bank where we have our CPGs and our ARPA money, modernization money and all that. That's in community. Trustmark is our general fund, payroll and all that. Water, clean account and all that.
Research, let me see what the research was. No, for 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
There's just 20, there's 20 an hour. Chief already did.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on and give him his.
Much as you just didn't know that we were not that well.
What we got going on. Yes, it's Richard.
How do you want it?
Then we get, they'll get to make a decision, and then we will, I'll jump to get Richard. Okay. Cause I spoke, I told him something.
Thanks, Dave.
That's okay, I understand.
Let me get you.
What did you say?
Photocopies.
Trust marks?
Okay, here, Wayne, you know.
I looked at
Both of them.
it.
You want
You want us to make a motion?
I need to because that's what we done in January.
Yeah.
I make a motion for a community bank.
I second.
They vote.
Yeah.
3 ayes, community bank. Okay. Yeah, because that's supposed to be done in January. Alright, we back. Okay. I wanna let, Labor talk to Mr. Richard Lott. So, Mr. Richard is here on the behalf of the laundromat, problem. So could you let him know that, you know, you can show him whatever we got going on, or you can talk to him, just let him know that it's in the process of how we wanna do it.
You wanna do it right here in front of everybody?
No, we really need to go in this executive session.
I can inform him, I can shut up for a moment.
Okay.
Sure.
You don't have a good night.
You too.
No, she
You gone.
No,
About bedtime.
I think
no.
we're good.
Might as well stay now.
Oh, yeah, man, how are you feeling?
Here.
I saw my doctor, last Tuesday? And she agreed with every other doctor I've seen that I'm gonna have to have surgery.
Well, I think I asked you, you were diabetic, weren't you?
Yeah, well,
I mean, well, you don't have a
pancreas,
pancreas.
yeah, well, I still have it, it's
Yeah, I
just,
mean, it's just, it's just
yeah, it's
like,
nothing but calcium, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's just
I've had
causing
to,
you all the pain.
had it taken out or transplant or something, so we're just now in the process of determining what's going to be done.
Mm. I think I think my husband had to have the majority of his.
Yeah.
Like, because he didn't have to have the whole thing, but he
Well,
was.
she's been
running, thinking I'm running.
Groups.
I've been running, I've been running,
Because
cause they
they
something
had had theirs out like 5 or 10 years ago and then ended up getting a transplant.
We'll have
like
to order
recently.
checks. Uh-huh.
And I didn't know they could do that.
All you
So that might be
checks,
another
so
option.
it'll be a
to
minute
check
before
out.
we can get
And
it.
then get a
know,
transplant started,
Mhm.
one comes available.
We'll have to get the checks in before we start changing, because.
Yeah, you gotta have
it.
them.
Always would be when you.
I'm gonna talk, but yeah, they were saying they.
have a large cyst on his,
Yeah, the size of a grapefruit.
Mm-mm.
So he got, he contracted, cryptococcus. He had cryptococcal meningitis and cryptococcal pneumonia. And he was in hospital for a month. And all kinds of medication. So he couldn't have surgery. They found us just a small cyst in him, but he couldn't have
Scotty, what year did you
surgery for
graduate?
Almost 2 years.
Mm,
And by the time, that,
supposed to have been in '89, but
it wasn't.
Was you in my grade?
I can see that's what.
What's your name?
Scares me.
Toad,
I was already at
Toad
high risk
Martin?
because my celiac
Oh, last time I seen you was in a bar in Jackson.
I became
Another class reunion?
No, no, it was before
We can't
that.
have one at the class reunion.
Yeah,
Go ahead and tell it
Like I
now.
say.
no, it was, they had
Great,
on, what was it?
I guess it's just.
Inez's?
You gotta do.
Quarter picture night?
Yeah.
You don't remember dancing on
Now,
the
you know
bar?
there's
No,
two
I'm
Hope Martins.
No,
My first acute.
There is
attack
two Hope
was-
Martins,
is
remember?
it?
She was a grade below, one of them was grade below us.
Yeah.
And every doctor I went.
No,
She was
yeah,
no
Sister
else.
Nate. No, wait, that's what I was
That's the
saying.
other Hope
That's
Martin.
that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
it's just about a weekly thing
Yeah.
she deals with.
I don't even know if I.
I don't know, it's two.
I'm
You
thinking
say
it's
maybe
no
she
longer
is,
actual
no,
No,
no.
she's a year
It's just
below me.
Okay.
Dealing with the.
Well,
It is.
I was 2 years older than her, so we probably started out about the same. She went to Raleigh.
I did.
The last good week I had, so.
I started out in Miss Denton's room,
Mary Lady, she was
Uh,
my neighbor.
I had Miss Pratt in kindergarten, but I don't. That name is Stanton.
Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
That gym, what we called the new gym, back then, was being built when I was in the second grade.
The one that's here now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm.
Because they always pulled the blinds, cause we was all looking out, watching them
Yep.
hang at steel out there. Miss Chandler, I think it was,
Uh-huh.
second grade.
Yep. I didn't have her either, but I knew her.
Gail.
Yeah. Yeah, John and Chandler was in our grade, her son,
Mm-hmm.
or,
Like with, let's see. I went to Turner Chapel over here in,
yeah, junior high.
in junior high, and, for 8th grade, 3 days after I got back to high school, Mr. Sullivan came in and called all the people that I failed 2 years.
Who did?
Mr. Sullivan, the new principal.
Yeah, yeah.
I took my GED from him.
No, Mrs. Wade, don't worry about it. Sure. I'm positive.
Okay, so we done voted on the thing, okay, the well, refurbishing of the, well 3.
I gave you the, recommendation of Heflin Engineer, or, Austin. Keep that.
Yeah. It came from Heflin, and yeah. It would be, Thompson Brothers Building. I need y'all to make a motion.
I make a motion.
Thompson Brothers out Laurel.
They do a lot, they said.
Yeah.
Heflin.
I made a motion.
Second.
Ready to vote? Thompson? 3 ayes, 2 outs. Chief done gave his.
Did y'all already accept it?
The community bank?
The police report, I thought we had it.
Yeah, Chief already did that.
Alright, good.
We down to Keith now. Water report?
We had 11 water leaks we fixed, had 2 sewer stop-ups. One of them was a force main that was bored into by TEC and about 4 years ago. They did send a crew out. They got it above our line. We fixed it. We had a pump station that wasn't working because of that. So we got that back going. The tennis court had a big pine tree fall on it. We have not removed it yet because of keeping everybody away from it. But the bid came in at $6,500. That will be Sullivan Enterprise out of McGee. That's who does all our fencing anyway. We talked to the insurance company and they did advise us all of that. If it was wind damage, it was a $10,000 deductible. Okay? If it was not wind damage, it was $5,000 deductible. But it was a tree uprooted, and they're gonna probably try to say it was wind. It happened in the middle of one night, so who do you say it was or wasn't?
Probably was wind, because it was a lot of wind.
So, me and my said when they talked, probably have to pay that one out of pocket, but that was $6,500.
How do y'all check?
Hmm.
How do y'all check? You said Kurt, you.
Oh, no, out of the general fund.
We just got raised.
You better
make
it clear.
I wish I did not. But it was gonna be $5,500, but what was gonna happen was they was gonna have to cut above the concrete and put a little bushing for the poles coming up, and that would be a smaller pole, the one that was damaged. But the $6,500 is gonna be cutting out the concrete and re-putting the poles like there is there now. So we'll just do the 65 and make it all look right and be done. So
That's a big tree.
it was.
That's a
But-
big tree.
I was gonna let y'all decide tonight how y'all wanna do it. If y'all want them to go ahead and get it done, then when they getting closer to come, I'm gonna get the tree removed and they'll come and fix it. So I just need to make a
They come
motion.
out of parks and recreation.
It is at the park.
Is it?
Motion. Fix it.
All right.
Second.
Three ayes, two absent.
Monday, we started at the tax assessor's office. Sewer line was stopped up. Little's Pharmacy was running back on the tax assessors. We found several problems. We're gonna fix all that back tomorrow. The material got here today, so we're gonna fix it tomorrow.
They gotta put cement back there.
The county's gonna pay for all of that.
That cement.
They're gonna get a cement finisher as well, so. The only thing we had to pay for is our material, because it was our main line as well, that was damaged. So, but now, I need to go into executive session on some legal matters, on some other problems. That's gonna be with lawyer and some other landowners, we got to make a phone call to.
Okay.
Cause it can't, it'll be able to be public.
Alright, that's it.
That's it on my report, so I'll accept
Okay.
an executive session for the legal matter
We'll give them.
and lawyer.
I make a motion, we're going to executive session.
Second. Alright. We're not gonna adjourn, we'll recess.
We gotta come back.
We'll come back up, yeah. Okay, well, the meeting is over. We're going into executive session with some legal matters, business matters, if anything come up paper-wise, we'll let you know, okay? I got to let you know. Thank everybody for coming to the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.